Are you a high-performing professional who is doing absolutely amazing things in your work life, but in your personal life you're getting dropped because you don't have time to train and can't keep up with your group? Did you maybe buy an expensive bike to try and compensate for that, but you realized that an expensive bike, kind of like expensive golf clubs, didn't actually change your game, but only made you look like you should be able to ride faster? In reality, you're embarrassed because you're not able to keep up. Perhaps you started cycling because you have a few extra pounds to lose that you have been trying to lose for years, but you've never been successful in keeping it off. And now that bike, that beautiful, expensive bike, is sitting in the garage, sitting in the basement, collecting dust. My name is Ely, and in this video, I am going to show you a revolutionary method for busy professionals who are also cyclists who want to increase their performance while training less on the bike. I'm talking about results like Ahmed, who lost 9 pounds while adding 30 watts to his FTP in just 8 weeks. Or Ron, who trained for less than 4 hours a week and yet was able to increase his power by 30 watts. And I myself use this exact same system to drop 20 pounds while putting 50 watts on my power numbers and doing it in less than 6 hours a week of training. I went from getting dropped in my cycling group, having the most expensive bike, yet getting dropped in my cycling group, to finishing in the top 10% of a 200-kilometer race. Now, I do want to be 100% transparent here, just so I don't sell the dream. Just because I got these results, just because my clients got these amazing results, does not mean that you will too.
At the end of the day, this does take work. But I can say that of all the cyclists that we work with, when they executed this protocol to prescription, 97% of them did drop fat and added power. When you have leverage, these kinds of results become the norm, not the exception.
The reason you've struggled so much with this in the past is because all the routines that you have tried required either insane effort, excessive time, all these things that just don't fit into your lifestyle. Your training plan was built for someone else's life and you're trying to duct tape it to yours. Most cycling programs are kind of stuck in that high volume training. Lots of zone 2, lots of endurance. That's the sweet spot for getting your work in. Now, I've developed a system based on the latest exercise science that flips that on its head. It's called the leveraged training protocol. And it's specifically designed for high performers who want to get maximum results in minimal time. Because honestly, it's no longer about putting more miles in the saddle. Hard work does bring a profit, but it's really intentional, specific, tactically designed work that will bring the most profit, the biggest bang for your buck. Work that has leverage. If you've never been following a program before, then you were probably winging it. But think about it. You don't wing your business meetings. You don't delegate things randomly. You don't ever chase quick money to grow your company. But when it comes to your training, you're just winging it. If you keep waking up guessing what you have to train that day, you're also going to keep guessing while you're never seeing results. What you need is a plan that is efficient, intelligent, and intentionally designed for you. Maximizing your results with the little bit of time that you have available. Because time is one of your greatest assets. Your time, your energy, and your focus are some of your greatest assets as a high-performing professional. And if you don't use them wisely and you waste them haphazardly, you're never going to get results back. You're never going to get a return on your investment. But if you do have an intelligent, efficient, and intentionally designed plan, you'll be able to see more results for less energy and time spent training. Meaning you'll be able to work out less than everyone else and still see better results because your workouts will have leverage. Now, I want you to know that I'm speaking from experience. Listen, I'm a CEO, I'm a father, I'm a husband. I have a life, I have business, I have things to do and teams to run. And I really don't have that much time to spend training on the bike every single week. I can't crank out 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 hours on the bike. But even though I'm only training for between 3 to 5 hours a week every single week, I'm still seeing progress compared to most people because my workouts have leverage. The reason you haven't seen success in your training is not because you lack willpower. I mean, clearly you have willpower, clearly you have discipline. That's why you are where you are career-wise. But discipline only gets you so far. That traditional cycling training, more hours in the saddle, is like taking the scenic route to your destination. Sure, you'll get there and it'll be nice. You'll get to see stuff along the road. There's trees and there's forests and there's farmland, but you'll waste so much time. And if you don't care about time, if time is not an asset for you, it's not something that's valuable to you, by all means, spend the time. Because honestly, the zone 2 is making your body more efficient at burning fat for fuel and doing a host of other factors. But if time is valuable and an asset for you, then taking the leveraged training protocol and implementing it into your life will take you so much further. It'll be like taking a private helicopter to your destination. You'll get there in a fraction of the time while everyone else is stuck in traffic. because traditional high volume training requires 10 plus hours of training every single week. Generic plans that don't adapt to your schedule. It focuses on quantity over quality, and it actually leads to burnout and plateaus. The leverage training protocol, however, can get you results in 3 to 6 hours a week, fully customized to your specific schedule and your specific life demands, based on your body, your strengths, your weaknesses, your physiology, and is sustainable and given a long-term approach for adaptability. Because honestly, you don't need to be spending 3, 4, 5 hours per ride, 10, 15, 20 hours on the bike every single week, because you can decrease your weight when you put in less time, but more intentional and specific time. When you allocate your valuable resources, such as your energy, your time, and your focus, you'll actually be able to do more for less. This is the same strategy that helped Safwan, my client, lose 10 pounds while gaining 50 watts on his FTP in just 8 weeks. And that's not a joke. Screenshot of it right here. And so the leverage training protocol comes down to 3-in-1, kind of this Trinitarian approach. Most training plans fail because they just take one of these elements, either cycling, either strength training, or either nutrition, without considering how they can all work together synergistically. When you blend these elements all into one trinity, you get the perfect leveraged training protocol to get you to your goals as efficiently as possible. Private helicopter straight there. Now, I want to be clear here that the strength training is not some bodybuilding style where you go in, rep 8 to 12 reps of bench press and some squats and you're out of there. And it's not going to make you bulky or slow you down. The reality is it will make you faster and stronger and leaner and increase your performance if, and only if, you do it correctly. The cycling workouts, if you do them correctly as well, will help you increase your FTP, increase your aerobic endurance, and actually increase your performance off the bike. Showing up to work better, being more present with your family, with your friends, sleeping better. And you'll be able to stimulate like twice the adaptation in half the time. And finally, the nutrition, guess what? You don't need to diet. The biggest mistake I see with cyclists is trying to starve themselves and then cut out carbs and do these really intense training sessions. And that's why so many cyclists end up so fatigued and losing muscle and feeling exhausted and getting slower. But if you're actually able to strategically plan your nutrition around performance, not starving it or putting in cheap fuel, but giving it exactly what it needs when it needs it, then you never have to diet a day in your life and you can increase performance while losing weight. Losing fat. I mean, picture it. Picture yourself finally being able to keep up with the group with less effort than everyone else. Picture yourself 15, 20, 30 pounds lighter because your metabolism is making it so easy to keep this weight off. Picture yourself showing up to work more confident, more productive, feeling free and actually accomplished and proud of yourself. While others are bragging about their 12 and 15-hour training plans, you will quietly outperform them with less than half the time. You'll have the satisfaction of knowing that you have optimized your approach. Now, at this point, you probably have a good idea of why your past training plans or lack of training plans didn't work. And you probably are interested in the leveraged training protocol and understand why it would be efficient and effective for a busy professional such as yourself. So really you have two options. Option number one is figure it out yourself. And this is a viable option, but if you are all about efficiency and all about leverage, then you probably understand why this would not be the most efficient option. It's the sightseeing option. It's the I'm okay making mistakes and learning from them options. And trust me, there are a lot of mistakes that you could be making. Option number two is you have someone help you with this. Take your schedule, take your experience, your strength, your weaknesses, your physiology, and everything about your life and put together the perfect training plan for you. And that's what Ride with Purpose is. Ride with Purpose is not some generic cookie cutter training program, but it is an intelligent, intentional, and specifically designed plan that fits into the life of every single athlete that we work with, because it is one-on-one. So what is Ride with Purpose? In a single word, efficiency. Getting you the best possible results with the least wasted time and energy. And we take those three pillars that we just mentioned, cycling and strength training and nutrition, and seamlessly integrate them into your life, saving you, years of trial and error. And it's one-on-one. We only work with a handful of athletes at a time. We know every single member of Ride with Purpose. We know them for more than just their numbers. We know them more than just their FTP and their schedule. We know who they are, what they do for work, their triggers, their eating patterns, their strengths, their weaknesses, their stressors, their coping mechanisms, their spouses and children. I know what they're working on. I know what their next steps need to be. I know them as humans, not just as numbers on Training Peaks. So full transparency, this program is not for everyone. It's not for people who are comfortable settling for mediocrity or good enough. It's not for people who procrastinate or make excuses. It's not for people who undervalue the importance of investing in themselves. It's for people who want excellence, reaching their purpose as efficiently as possible. So what you get, number one, is access. Access to us, access to me, access to our coaches. And this access is, in a way, unlimited. Whenever you need us, we are here. Whether it's a call, whether it's just texting, whether if you have a question, whether it's a one-on-one call, whether it's a text or a voice note, or if you just have a question that you want an answer to, we are here whenever you need it. You have access to Training Peaks Premium, where the program will be delivered. The program changes on a weekly basis, depending on your needs, depending on what happened the week before, on how you did in your workouts, your technique, your results, fatigue, life. All these factors influence the training plan, and we are constantly keeping an eye on how you're doing every single day. So you literally have someone analyzing and learning and programming and putting together the perfect training plan for you. And it's strategically designed to fit into your life. If you don't know how to do these strength training workouts, there's videos of me, Ely, actually doing the workouts and showing you how to do them and describing to you how to do them, walking you through step by step. Now, I'll be honest, it's incredibly simple, but it works, and it works well. In fact, we are so confident that it works that we offer a 7-day full money back guarantee. Meaning, at the end of the 7 days, first 7 days that you're working with us, if you are not completely thrilled by the service that we've given, just send one message, and I will give you a full refund. No questions asked, every penny back. That is how confident we are in the program. All the risk is on us. Either you get extraordinary results or you don't pay. Now, is 7 days enough to get results? Probably not. But you'll know if this works for you or it doesn't. And I'm pretty happy to say, out of the hundreds of clients that we've worked with so far, no one has taken me up on that offer. So if you are interested in Ride with Purpose, go ahead and DM me on Instagram the word ready. And it will be me and you getting on a call together and connecting and seeing whether this is a good fit for you, where you are right now, where you want to be, what's really stopping you from getting there, and then how we can fit this into your life if it is the best fit. Remember, every week that you wait, that you procrastinate, is another week of frustration and stagnation. Don't let that be the norm. And as always, my friends, we'll catch you next time.